you will find 165 different roller coasters spread out at 15 different Six Flags theme parks. Then, you'll find 126 coasters that are located at one of the 11 Cedar Fair parks. And now that both chains will be merged into one, it begs the question, out of the 291 different roller coasters within the new Six Flags chain, which ones are the best? Starting off with number 10, Twisted Timbers, located at King's Dominion. Opened in 2018 and built by RMC. King's Dominion really delivered when they transformed their hurler into Twisted Timbers, a 111-foot tall hybrid coaster that features 3 inversions and 3 of the best airtime hills that you're ever going to experience. Seriously, that stretch of airtime hills is just a work of art, and honestly, I don't think it gets talked about enough. But the thing that I love most about Twisted Timbers would have to be the barrel roll down drop. This element is just plain fun, and it really starts off the ride in the best way possible. Number 9, Millennium Force, located at Cedar Point, opened in 2000 and built by Intamin. You knew there was a very good chance that the world's first ever full circuit giga coaster had to be on this list. Standing at a height of 310 feet tall and offering speeds of 93 miles an hour, Cedar Point shocked the coaster world when they announced Millennium Force in 1999. This roller coaster still to this day is arguably the most popular ride at Cedar Point, offering a very comfortable, fast, and smooth riding experience that gives you some of the best views that you'll ever get while riding a coaster. Millennium Force really is a solid coaster from the top of the lift until the final brake run. Now just imagine if the ride features some airtime, then it would really skyrocket up this list. Number 8, Wonder Woman, located at Six Flags Fiesta Texas. Opened in 2018 and built by the one and only RMC. It feels so weird to say and think that a Wonder Woman themed roller coaster will now be in the same chain as coasters like Fury 325, Orion, Intimidator 305, and Ghost Rider. So surreal, but yet here we are. If you have not been on Wonder Woman yet, then you definitely need to get down the Fiesta to experience this insane coaster. And if you have Sky Rush and or I-305 ranked high in your coaster rankings, then you're going to love the intensity of Wonder Woman. Opening as the world's first single rail coaster, Wonder Woman features 3 inversions, a 100-foot tall first drop at 90 degrees, and trains that only hold 8 riders each. Sadly, RMC will never build a single roller coaster that offers the exact same layout as Wonder Woman, and when you ride it, you're going to know why. It is so good, but I don't think RMC nor Six Flags had any idea that this coaster would be this insane and intense. Number 7, X2, located at Six Flags Magic Mountain, opened in the year 2002 and built by the legendary Aerodynamics. It is crazy to think that this coaster is still considered one of the world's wildest ones, and it's over 20 years old. Aerodynamics went out with a bang with their last coaster when they came up with the concept for the original X. Then, in 2008, Six Flags purchased new trains and repainted the coaster and gave it the current name X2. And on top of that, they gave the ride some special effects and some great new theming elements. X2 is a top coaster for many of us, and rightfully so. From the experience standpoint, it is really hard to beat. But this 175-foot tall coaster that features a massive 215-foot drop really is one of the world's best and most extreme roller coasters, especially when you're riding in the very last row and going over that drop. Now, some of you are probably going to find this top 10 to be a little confusing or a little bit shocking in terms of placement. But just keep in mind that this top 10 is based on my opinion of the best coasters in the new Six Flags chain. Number 6, Top Thrill 2, located at Cedar Point, opening in 2024 and built by Zamperla. At the time of this video, no one has ridden Top Thrill 2 yet except for El Toro Ryan. He texted me last week after he got off of it and he said that was dope. So I'm going to take his word on it. But in all seriousness, when Top Thrill 2 opens, I think it will be included on everyone's top 25 list and be considered a top 10 coaster within the new Six Flags. I honestly do not see how it can't be. A 420 foot tall spike, the top hat, the reverse launch, even the micro-sized rollback even looks fun, and let's talk about that insane head chopper. I really do predict that Top Thrill 2 could become a lot of our favorite coaster at Cedar Point when it opens. Number 5, Intimidator 305, located at King's Dominion, opened in 2010 and built by Intamin. This was the last coaster ever built by Intamin at a Cedar Fair park. Now, let that sink in for a minute. So that is the bad news. However, the good news is there's no such thing anymore as Cedar Fair parks, and the current Six Flags parks are working with Intamin. So hopefully that means we'll see more Intamin coasters opening up at both of the current Six Flags parks and the former Cedar Fair parks in the future. I-305 is relentless. This coaster is nothing but speed from the top of the 305 foot tall lift hill until the train flies into the brake run. While this is the world's shortest full circuit giga coaster that does not offer a launch, you will really appreciate what Intamin was able to come up with for Intimidator's 5,100 feet of track. While the trains are not the best, I think I'm not the only one who thinks that the overhead restraints are definitely needed for this beast of a ride. Number 4, El Toro, located at Six Flags Great Adventure, opened in 2006 and built by Intamin. I have to say, Intamin really delivered for Six Flags Great Adventure in 2006. El Toro, which is one of only 4 Intamin prefab coasters in the world, is by far the best wooden coaster in the new Six Flags chain, and some could argue it's the best wooden coaster in the entire world. Trust me, you'll not find a better drop than the one on El Toro when you're riding in the very last car. 176 feet at a 76-degree angle is just relentless in every way. Not only is this wooden coaster smooth, El Toro provides some of the best airtime that you'll ever get to experience. Seriously, El Toro is absolutely amazing, and I love everything about this ride. If you are looking for some new, comfortable, and affordable coaster riding gear, then you have to check out KeepRidingCoasters.com, where you are going to find coaster gear designed by myself. Now it's time for you to learn about how I rank the top 3 coasters within the new Six Flags chain, and it's time to get everyone a little bit riled up. Number 3, Steel Vengeance, located at Cedar Point, opened in 2018 and built by RMC. I am sorry. Well, not really, but after riding these next 3 coasters hundreds of times, I just feel as if Steel Vengeance comes in at number 3, and here is why. It is very hard to re-ride due to the locker situation, and in my opinion, the layout is repetitive, especially on that second lap. Overall, I really do love Steel Vengeance, and how could you not? Cedar Point gave us a coaster that will be people's number 1 for decades to come. Just not for me. And I personally think that just by a slither, there is one coaster at Cedar Point that is better, and you'll never guess what coaster that is. Number 2, Cedar Creek Mine Ride. Just kidding. Number 2, Maverick, which opened in 2007 and built by Intamin. This Intamin Blitz coaster is a lot like a good tasting wine. It gets better with age. And after my half dozen rides on it back in October, I have to say they were the best rides that I've ever had on Maverick, and I've been riding this coaster since its opening year. While it's not the tallest, nor the longest, or even the fastest, Maverick is all about the quick transitions, airtime, insane elements, beautiful inversions, and the underrated mid-course launch. Seriously, 0 to 70 miles an hour in pitch black is just something else. Now before I get to the number 1 coaster that you'll find at the new Six Flags theme parks, if you're enjoying this video, then all I ask you to do is please give it a like. That is by far the best way you can help support the channel, and I really do appreciate each one. Also, I really hope you consider becoming the newest theme park prediction subscriber. Number 1. Fury 325, located at Carowinds, opened in 2015 and built by B&M. The world's tallest roller coaster that offers a lift hill, is by far the most re-rideable coaster ever created. Every inch of the 6,602 feet of track is fun, and what I've really come to appreciate about Fury is you'll get all the elements designed for speed during the first half of the coaster's layout, and then you'll get the airtime and other nice elements during the second half of the ride. Free falling down the 320 foot tall drop is just a thing of beauty, and when you stack up this coaster to any other one in the new Six Flags chain, I know that I'm not the only one who thinks that Fury 325 is the number one coaster out of the 291 that are currently in operation at a Six Flags theme park. Now I'm curious to know how many of these theme parks on this video you see here that you've been to. This video is where I showcase the top 10 largest theme parks, and you have to check it out. So what do you think about my rankings for the new Six Flags chain, and what are your top 10 coasters in it? Be sure to let me know in the comments, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Remember to smile today, think positive, and keep riding coasters.